Good morning, all of you. And we will discuss about the Unit 5 software tools. And already yesterday we have discussed about two interface building tools. And that is basically we will discuss about in this topic is what kind of images are there, what kind of displays are there, and what kind of drivers are there. Okay. So in this course or today's course outline, we will discuss about the images, what kind of images are there, and what is video displays are there, and what kind of drivers are using into the course outline. So images basically why we discuss about these images. Images it is the important part of the any interface. So if we selected good images, the interface is basically is reflect to the good. But if you are using the bad images, the interface is not good. Same is expect like to the video displays. So different video displays are using in today's market, and large display, plasma display, LCD, LED, so different displays are there. So and drivers. Driver is basically it is the display drivers or the audio drivers are there. So driver is a necessary part to operate your hardware parts. If just like your audio hardware and the video hardware are there. So we have this working on that particular both of these. It is required to the driver to run these audio and video hardware. Okay. So let's one by one discuss about these topics. The first one is images. Images, what is images? Images is basically it is consists of rectangular array of dots called pixel. Okay, so pixels it is the array of dot. Okay, so it is the concept. For example, you know about that what kind of pixel are there, like 840 to 620, 1024 to 780. So that is called the pixels. The size of the image is specified in terms of width, just like x is height, is the number of pixel, and the physical size of the images in inch, centimeters depend on the resolution of the devices in which the images displays. Okay, the resolution is usually measured in dpi. Okay, dpi its full form is dots per inch, means how many dots are into the 1 inch. Okay, so an image will appear smaller on a device with a higher resolution than one with a lower resolution. For color image, one needs enough bits per pixel to represent all the color in the images. The number of bits per pixel is called the depth of the images. Okay, so that is called that images are there. So how many types of images? Images, different types of images are there. So we will discuss one by one. So images can be used created by the different techniques of representation of data called data type. Okay, data type like monochrome data type, like colored images are there. Monochrome means that is images created with a single color, just like black and white, and color images created by the multiple color. Different colors are there. So some important data type of images are the following. For the first one is 1-bit image. There is only the 1 bit. Okay, either 0, either 1. That is called the 1-bit image. So images in a set of pixels. Note that a pixel is a picture element in a digital image. In 1-bit images, each pixel is stored on a single bit, just like 0, either 1. A bit has only two states, either on the off, either on the white or black, true or false. If either the black picture, either the white picture, okay, either the true or either the false. So therefore, such an image is also referred to a binary images, since only two states are there that is available. 1-bit image is also known as 1-bit monochrome images because it's contain only the one color, that is black for off state and white for the on state. Next in 8-bit gray level image. 8-bit gray image means the 8-bit. Okay, 8-bit is pixel of 8-bit gray level images is represented by a single byte, just like the 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So therefore, each pixel can be hold the 256 value to the power 8. Okay, so between 0 to 255. So therefore, each pixel has a brightness value on a scale from value 0 for no brightness or intensity to white to 55 for null brightness or the intensity. For example, a dark pixel might have a value of 15 and the bright one might have the value is 240. 240 is basically is toward to the white and 0 is toward to the black. Next one is 24-bit color images. 24 plus color is 20 to the power 24. Okay. So 24-bit colors images, each pixel is represented by the 3 byte. 3 byte is 8 multiplied 3 is a 24 bit. usually is represented the RGB. RGB colors, we already know that R means red, G green, and B blue. Lot of colors are combination of these colors. Usually these are the true color. We define to mean 256 sets of RGB, red, green, and blue, of total of 1677216. That is means the 2 to the power 24. It's provide a method for representing and storing graphical images information and RGB color space, and such that a colors, shades, and hues in large number of variation can be displayed as an image, such as high quality photos, graphics image, or the complex graphics we are using into the 24-bit color images. Next one is 8-bit color images. Okay, so 8-bit color images, just like 2 to the power 8. So 8-bit color is a method of storing image information in the computer's memory or an image file. When 1 byte 8 bits represented each pixel, the maximum number of color can be displayed 1 into 2 or 6, and 8-bit color graphics are two forms. The first form is where the image stored not color but an 8-bit index into the color map for each pixel instead of storing the full 24-bit color value. Therefore, the 8-bit image format consists of the two parts: a color and describe what color are present in the images, and the array of index value of each pixel in the images. So in most color maps, each color is usually chosen from the palette of 1677216 color, 24 bits, 8 red, 8 green, and the 8 blue. So what is LUT? LUT is called the color lookup table. The color lookup table is a mechanism that used to transform a range of input color into another range of color. Okay, that is basically a table, and in this table that lot of colors are there, and we are choosing that particular color according to our users' need. So color lookup table will convert the logical colors numbers stored in each pixel of video memory into physically colors represented by the RGB triplets. RGB triplets means 8 red, 8 green, and 8 blue, which can be displayed onto the computer monitor. So each pixel of image store only the index value. So index value or the logical colors number. For example, if a pixel stores the value 30, the meaning is to go to row number 30 into the color lookup table. Okay, so LUT is often called, we can call this LUT is called the palette. In this palette, the all information about the color are stored into the table form. Okay, into the particular number. So what are the characteristics of LUT? So the first characteristic is the number of entries in the palette determine the maximum number of color which can appear on the screen simultaneously. The width of each entry in the palette determines the number of colors which the wider full palette can represent. So common example would be palette of 256 colors, that is the number of entries in 256, and that each entry is addressed by an 8-bit pixel value. So each color can be chosen as a full palette with the total of 16.7 million colors. That is the each entry is of 24 bits and 8 bits per channel, means 8 bits red, 8 bits green, and 8 bits blue, which sets the total combination of 256 level of the red, green, and blue component of the 256 into 256 into 256. That is equal to 1677216. Next image is GIF, graphics interchange format. Okay, so GIF format was created by the Compu server. So that is working on the 256 color. So GIF format is the most popular on the internet because its compact size, it is ideal for small icon used for the navigational purpose and to the simple diagram. GIF create basically into the 256 colors from a code of 16.7 million. If the image less than 256 colors, GIF can easily render the image without any loss of quality. When the image contains more colors, GIF using algorithm to match the colors of the image with the palette of optimum set of 256 color again. So GIF format is lossless only for the image with the 256 color or less. So lossless data or lossy data. Lossless data is basically the data is not lost any kind of data. So that is called the lossless. If their data is lost, then we consider the lossy compression. That is called the compression techniques. JPEG, a Joint Photographic Expert Group. So these group are basically developed by the JPEG group. So that's why its name is JPEG. That is bitmap images. It is stored information as 24-bit colors. This is the format of choice for nearly all photograph images on the internet. Maximum we are using the JPEG format. Digital camera save image in the JPEG format. By default, it has become the main graphics file format for the World Wide Web and any browser to support it without plugins. So in order to make a file small, JPEG uses a lossy compression. It works well as photographer, artwork and the similar materials, but not so well on the lettering, simple cartoon or line drawing. JPEG images work much better than GIF. Okay. PNG, maximum wave side we are using the portable network graphics. That is the because that is the lossless format. Lossless, there is no loss of data. So PNG support 8, 24, 32, 48 bits data type. One version of the format. PNG 8 is similar to the GIF format. Okay. PNG is superior to the GIF. So it produces smaller file with more option for color. It supports partial transparency. PNG 24 is another flavor of PNG with 24-bit color support, allowing range of color again of high color JPEG. PNG 24 is in no way of replacement of format for JPEG because it is lossless compression format. This means that file size can be rather big against of comparable JPEG. Also PNG support for 48-bit of color information. Tagged image file format. The TIF format was developed by the Aldous Corporation in 1980 and was later supported by the Microsoft. So TIFF file format is widely used bitmap file format. It is support for many image editing application software used by scanner and photo retouching program. So TIFF is basically used into the 8-bit, 24-bit RGB image. TIFF file originally used lossless comparison. So that is also used for the lossless. Today TIFF files also use lossy compression according to the requirement. Okay, so therefore it is very flexible format. So this file format is suitable for the output is printed. The TIFF format is now used and controlled by the Adobe. BMP bitmap image file is basically used for the paint purpose. So it is very basic format supported by the most Windows application. So BMP can store many different type of images, 1-bit image, grayscale, 8-bit, 24-bit. So you have to just drop down into the BI images, same images are there and different images are there. Format are there. So therefore these are not suitable for the internet purpose, okay, because it is lossless data compression. The EPS, encapsulated PostScript, the format is vector based graphics, is popular the saving image file because it can be imported into nearly any kind of application. This file format is suitable for printed document. Main disadvantage of this format is that require more storage compared to the other format. PDF, we already know that PDF. The PDF is basically the vector graphics, immediate pixel graphics with many compression are there. So when a document ready to share with others with the publication, we are using the PDF file. EXIF, exchange image file format, is image format for digital camera. That is variety of text available in the facility. Higher quality pictures are available and these are the basically also include a specification of the file format for audio that accompanies digital imaging. Windows Meta file is the vector file format for the MS Windows environment. It consists of collection of graphics, device interface function called to the MS Windows graphics library. Meta files are both small and flexible. Those images can be displayed properly by their proprietary software only. PICT images are useful in Magneto software development, but you should avoid them in desktop publishing. Avoid using PICT format in electronic publishing. PICT images will provide the corruption. Photoshop, this is the native Photoshop file format created by Adobe. You can import this format directly into the most desktop publishing application. So next topic is display, small and large. So today's scenario we are working on the different displays are there. So display is the primary source of feedback of user from the computer. Important characteristics are physical size, resolution, number of colors, luminance, contrast, power consumption, refresh rate, cost, reliability, and uses characteristics are there. So different display technology we are using in the today's scenario. CRT, raster scan cathode ray tubes, mostly used to the replaced by the LCD. LCD is basically known as liquid crystal display. That is thinner, lighter, capable of more energy efficient, grade of the renewable. Next is plasma display, which is brighter, better sight, more electricity. Better using for the control room, public display and the conference room. LED, today's scenario we are using the LED. Light emitting diode, mostly used for the large public display, is advancing, making it useful with smaller application. Next is electronic ink, basically used for the printer. Uses charged black and white, only consume power when display change and used in the e-book. Pico small projector, becoming more available, may suit to the mobile devices. Braille display is basically don't accommodate the visually impaired. Consists of up to 80 cells. Each display a separate character, can be mounted on a mouse or either the keyboard. That is using for a basically visually impaired student. Large display, lot of large displays are there, informational, interactive, multiple desktop, and hybrid combination of all these. That is called the large displays. Information wall display is basically into the control room, classroom, and military. Help to build awareness through a common understanding. Used to CRT matrices, now mostly is formal projection, do not require high resolution. Interactive is the traditional software are using, that we are using for the digital whiteboard, smartboard, manage brainstorming, provide new creative tools. Multiple desktop, that is using for different multiple working are there. Usually employ multiple traditional display, allow user to have multiple open window. Most into creative application, increase workspace in the increase clutter, can detect from the user focusing for the attention. Add-up display, HUD project information to the user field of vision. Most used for the vehicle, car, pen, and user can remain focused. HMD is basically the helmet mount that is using for the virtual reality and augmented reality. Let us user see the information even they are turned their head. Maybe see different information have to carry the hardware. Mobile display already we are using. General purpose work, general purpose internet, general purpose communication, and different for use. Most used for the brief or repetitive tasks. So we optimize these tasks by hiding or limiting less important function, reducing the data. Basically, 5 key points are there for the any mobile display. Monitor dynamic information source and alter when appropriate. Gather information from many sources, spread out the information, participate in the group and make new result. Locate service or items that are visible to identify object. Capture information from local sources to share information with future use. So applications are designed to use every available pixel. Being able to zoom is highly important. Poor readability is an issue. Low light bad eyesight may be improved with rapid serial visual presentation. Some applications remain ineffective on small display. Data modification, summarize and making smaller, and the data compression is basically using for the eliminating the selectively sampling. So that is the application are designed for every available pixel. Most of mobile users we want to one free hand. So we are using for the one hand only. So guideline for mobile interface, one-handed use. Target close to another, allowing user to choose information from left to right, placing target at the center of the devices, and many changes due to diversity of device and their input devices. The last topic is basically the drivers. The driver is already I have discussed about driver. It is the kind of software that connect your operating system and your hardware. For example, it is your audio hardware. You have to just put out the driver into your operating system. For example, just to pin your USB drive in your system, that something installing from your Windows, that called the USB driver. So your component needs driver to use in the various part. Think of driver as the instruction manual of your operating system. Use in order to properly use your computer. Without driver, you cannot use to any hardware. No idea how to use a given part of the computer, but be it in your printer, your CD drive, your audio, your video, your USB, any Ethernet card, mouse or video card. Okay, so that is the driver is a necessary part of your operating system. Display driver, that is using for the video card, and this driver is basically working on that your display. So this is very important piece of software to have, because without your video card is not being 100% utilized. So computer without proper driver will much lower resolution than the good with the proper driver. Locate driver, according to the CD, we have to just go to the CD driver, and we have to first go to the device manager and find out which driver are used to, and then according to the device manager we are installing the driver. So these site allow selection that one can download driver of the machine sorted by the computer's model number. If doesn't work, then try to website of the company, and according to that we have to locate the driver. So into the drivers we have to identify the hardware, which hardware are there using the device manager. Then not Windows, we are Ubuntu system that using, for example, the process of finding driver is very simple. So automatically it can be automatically system administration, then hardware driver, then we are using the download automatically according to the hardware piece of software. So, so today we will discuss about the image, the displays and the driver. If you have any query regarding this, then just mail me to the Gupta Pradeep@. Thank you very much.